So I've laced up the left shoe, and as you can see, you can get a really cool, relaxed look with this lacing style. So let's get into it. I'm going to place this one over here so we can see what we're aiming towards, and we're going to be lacing up the right shoe. Now I have already packed out the toe box with quite a few socks, and to get this loosely laced look, I would recommend that you do the same, because the wider that you can make the shoe, the more you can get those broad laces. And I am going to pack out the shoe in a little bit, a couple of more socks as well. But let's start by taking the lace down through that first hole on the outside of the shoe. So I'm just going to push the tongue out the way a little bit. As I say, I've packed it out already, which makes it a little bit harder to get your lace in. And just draw it up a little way into the shoe. And then when you take your lace across the front, just run it between your fingers and thumb, just to flatten it out a little bit more. And then we're going to take the lace down through that first hole on the inside of the shoe. So again, just pushing the tongue out of the way a little bit, so I can pull that lace up just a little bit. And then to get the same length on both sides, put your ends together and pull up like that. So if you do get a twist, just take it out on the one side, and then we're going to bring it back down on that side just to make sure that we don't interfere with the lace length that we've just created. And I'm going to keep that bar there pretty loose as well, just like this one over here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the lace across to that second hole on the inside of the shoe. And I'm going to catch it on my finger as well so I can pull out any twists. Then take the inside lace across to that second hole on the outside. Again, catching the lace like that, and then it helps to hook out any twists that you might have. And now I'm going to pad it out. Now I've shown here I've got a couple of socks, but I have actually put quite a few socks up to here as well. So I'm just going to push that in. And the idea really is to kind of like get that tongue quite full. Because if you've got a shoe that feels like your foot's sitting inside it, you're more likely to get those laces nice and broad and loose, and they'll fit your feet better as well when you come to take all the socks out. So we're going to take that outside lace then across to the third hole on the inside. Now usually when you see a loosely lace, a loop is left on the top, and if you want a lace particularly loose, you could leave a bit of a loop sitting over the hole. But because I've broadened out the shoe so much, I'm not going to do that, because these are going to be broad enough. So we're going to take that inside lace across to that third hole on the outside. It's worth pointing out as well that I've used all the holes that run closest to the edge of the shoe. If I just turn the shoe around and I'll show you. So I've used all the ones coming up. But if you've got quite narrow feet and you really want to use up more lace, then you can always use the outside holes. It just gives you a little bit more of that lace being used up. I'm going to stop and make sure that they're overlapping and that I've got the same tension on all of them as well. I'm happy with it. So take that outside lace, then across to that fourth hole on the inside. And the inside lace comes across to the fourth hole on the outside and all the way through as well. I'm just flattening out my laces even before I've taken the lace then down into the hole. It does help to keep them nice and flat. And you get a better look with your lacing style as well. Then the outside lace is going to come across to that fifth hole on the inside. And then the inside lace is going to come across to that fifth hole on the outside. I'm just going to push my sock down because actually my tongue has got a little bit of a kink in it. So I'm just going to push it down into that side there to try and broaden it out a little bit more. Then going back to that outside lace, going down through that last hole before we get to the collar. And the inside lace comes across to that last hole on the outside before you get to the collar. Like that, just checking that I'm happy with them before I finish off then on the collar. And for this lacing style as well, if you've got extra lace, then this is a little trick to help you to use up that extra little bit of lace. Taking that outside lace, we're going to come down through that first hole on the collar. So just bring that through like that, which leaves you a little bit of lace. Then take that inside lace across that first hole on the collar, and I'm drawing it across like that. And then I'm going to take that outside lace, I'm going to come to the top one there. Now it looks like I'm about to cover up the Jumpman, which I never like to do, so I'll just take it through first and then I'll show you. So we're going to take it across and out through that top hole, just leaving enough. It's up to you, obviously, how much you want to leave, but that's my preference. And then I'm going to take the inside lace and I'm going to come out through that top hole like that. And then there's 2 loops there. This is where you can have these loops as long or as short as they need to be to get these loops just right for you. So take your loops behind your tongue like that. And then that is how you can use up more lace or less lace by leaving the loops the length that you need them to. I'm just going to make sure that those are hanging out the same. And there you've got your loosely laced Jordan 5. And now I'm going to show you what they look like on feet. So there you have your Jordan 5s loosely laced. I hope that was helpful. If it was, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, and for future videos, subscribe. And to catch all the latest tutorials, click that notification button. Until the next time, thanks for watching.